Alright, so this is going to be a quick video showing how to open up and disassemble this Intel NUC. This is a, oh, that label's ripped off, but it's an Intel NUC NUC5i3RYK. Right there. NUC5i3RYK. Alright, so we're going to be using a, well, you can use a PH2 or even a PH1 screwdriver will work with this. Just make sure if you're using a PH1 to push down hard so that it doesn't damage the screws here. Okay, we'll undo all these screws. Just twist it until you feel the screws click. All right, just like this. All right, once you feel all the screws click, you can go ahead and pull up on a corner, then go on the opposite corner, pull up on that. Okay, if it doesn't come up, pull on the other, and then just keep going until you can get it to come out. You might have to twist it more if the screw might have screwed itself in. And there we go. So there's this little thermal heat pad which pulls the heat into the bottom cover here. All right, so the SSD on this one is going bad, so we're going to replace that using a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver. Remove that one screw. Then it pops up like this, and we can go ahead and pull the SSD out. So you can actually use an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD in here. I'm not sure if there's an M.2 SATA, but I cloned the SSD to an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD, and we used one of these longer ones. So, all right, so I'm going to show you how you can fit this into the slot. So obviously there's the little screw mount here. We're going to have to remove that. You can use a I don't know what you call this. I think it's like a hex 5.0 to remove this. You can also use like pliers, whatever you want to use just to get this out. Okay, once you get that up, all right, it's not really magnetic. All right, once you get that, we're gonna just move that over to the back spot over here. Okay, so if you want, you can use this. Again, just line that up and we'll get that in. I like to twist it backwards to feel it click and then go ahead and twist it down into place. Okay, under here is the wireless card. It is soldered to the motherboard or logic board, whatever you want to call that. If you want to take the antennas out, you pull from the tails and it will pop out, but I'm going to leave that in place. There's also a SATA connector here. I'm not sure how you would use that because it won't fit inside this little box. You wouldn't be able to fit a SATA disc or anything, but there's all these little connectors. So it looks like this is for a front panel. So I guess if you're using it as like a desktop, like putting this in a big tower, then you can. So it has the front panel connections here. This says SATA power, so this little connector allows you to power the SATA drive. This one says USB, so it allows you to get little front USB ports. And then this says WCHG, I don't know what that is, charge port. Something maybe so you can have the charge port on the outside. This one, what is that? NFC. So there's the NFC, and then I don't know, this is probably a jumper to reset BIOS or something, but I don't know, I don't want to mess with that. Okay, anyways, there's two RAM spots. All right, you can pull those two tabs aside. You see it comes out like that. And they covered the actual thing. It's SK Hynix, but they put this label on top. All right, so I don't know what exactly type of RAM this is, but it looks like DDR3. Oh, actually it says DDR3L there. So you should be okay with any DDR3 or PC3 RAM. Okay, anyways, the RAM goes in like that. We're going to click that back down. So the main goal thing is to replace the SSD here. So this goes in again at an angle. And then we're just going to go ahead and put the screw in. And we should be good to go. I cloned the SSD in advance. So actually the OS and everything is already on there. All right. And I tested this and it should be good. Anyways, just get the SSD back down and then tighten that screw in. If you're not cloning your SSD and doing a clean install, then you would put the new SSD in here. You would get a Windows USB installer, and then you would press F10 on boot. It actually tells you F10 to go to the boot options. All right, this, line it up, push it down. All right, but anyways, if you're upgrading to an SSD and then doing a clean install of Windows, then there's that option. You can just reinstall Windows from a USB by pressing F2 on boot to access that USB, and then install Windows as you would on any other computer. So that's pretty much it. Very simple, straightforward, quick tutorial. I'm not going to pull the whole thing out because we don't need to change the CPU or anything in there. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.